Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Transfer News Day here, as always keeping you ahead of every single move happening in football right now. Today, I have some real clarity for you on stories that have been all over social media, the Tchouameni situation at Manchester United, the truth on Morgan Rogers to Arsenal, and the Barcola update that nobody is telling you correctly. Big news, real information, let's get into it. Let's start with a name a lot of you have been flooding my comments about, Marco Palestra. This guy has been one of the most exciting talents in Serie A this season, voted defender of the season, operating as a right-wing back, explosive, intelligent, technically elite. And the question you've all been asking, can an English club come in and steal this deal? Here's what I can tell you right now. The agent of Marco Palestra is in Milan today, not tomorrow, today, actively working to close a deal with Inter. Personal terms between Palestra and Inter, already agreed, done. The player wants to go there. Inter and Atalanta are finalizing a transfer fee in the region of 45 million euros plus 5 million euros in bonuses. That's a 50 million euros package we're talking about. Now, Chelsea. Chelsea have had Marco Palestra on the radar. I've been saying this on this channel for weeks. He was under serious consideration, but here's the important detail that other channels are missing. Chelsea never submitted a formal bid, never made an official proposal. The interest was real, but the move to Inter is much further ahead. Manchester City, yes, there was noise, but City never pushed it the way Chelsea monitored the situation. My understanding right now is that Palestra is in Inter's hands, the deal is theirs to close, unless something dramatic changes in the next 48 hours, and I mean something dramatic, this one is going to Inter. So this one is going to be very interesting to follow over the next few days. Moving on, and this one is confirmed, so let's be quick and clear, RB Leipzig have their new head coach, and it is Martin Demichelis. The race to replace their previous manager closed last week, the paperwork is done. Demichelis officially leaves Mallorca and steps into the Bundesliga with Red Bull Leipzig. What I can tell you is that this appointment signals a real shift in direction for the club. Watch how this develops heading into the new season. Now, many of you have been asking me non-stop about Aurelien Tchouameni and Manchester United. Let me give you the full picture here, because what I've seen circulating online is half the story. Back in April and May, I told you clearly on this channel, if Man United needed a defensive midfielder to replace Casemiro, the name internally mentioned was Tchouameni, elite defensive midfielder, Champions League pedigree, perfect profile for what Ruben Amorim wants to build. The interest from United side absolutely confirmed. I can guarantee this. They love the player. They consider him the ideal fit. But here's the reality, and this is where the rumors fall apart. Real Madrid have not opened the door to his exit, not once. Club-to-club discussions, they haven't started because Madrid haven't said that he can leave. And then there's the salary issue. Tchouameni is on a massive contract at Real Madrid. For Manchester United to match that number, that was never in the budget. So yes, United dream about Tchouameni. I'll give you that. But dreaming and doing are two very different things in football. At the moment this deal is blocked on both sides, Madrid won't sell and the wages don't work. Unless Real Madrid change their position dramatically, this one stays a fantasy for now. So this is a situation we stay close to, but don't expect movement anytime soon. Then guys, let's get into the story that has genuinely moved this week. Morgan Rogers, Arsenal. And my sources are telling me this is more advanced than most people realize. I keep saying this, Rogers is the number 1, number 2, and number 3 target for Arsenal this summer. Mikel Arteta's team wants him. They've made significant progress on the player side of this deal. What I can tell you is that Morgan Rogers is very, very open to this move. The Arsenal project is ambitious. They won the Premier League last season. They went to the Champions League final, all the way to penalties. That's a huge attraction for any player, let alone a 23-year-old Englishman who wants to be playing at the very highest level. The feeling between Rogers and Arsenal is strong. He wants this. Arsenal want this. Now, the bit that still needs sorting is club to club. Aston Villa are not going to roll over. They rate their player highly. The fee is going to be a real negotiation. But here's the thing nobody is saying loudly enough. Arsenal are prepared to make a big investment to get this done. My understanding is that Arteta's side will focus a significant portion of their summer window energy on landing Morgan Rogers early. This one is very, very concrete. Follow it closely. Now many of you are asking me, what about Barcola? Is Barcola happening? Let me break this down properly, because there are two conversations happening simultaneously. Bradley Barcola is on Arsenal's shortlist. That is true. He's a winger they appreciate. But right now, Rogers is significantly ahead of Barcola in Arsenal's priorities. Then there's Liverpool. And this is the angle I want you to pay attention to. Liverpool have had Barcola in their sights since 2025. He's still on their shortlist going into this summer. They like the player. He fits what Arne Slot is building. Now, you've seen a lot of stories saying Barcola will stay at PSG, that he's not going anywhere, but here's what I can tell you from my sources. The contract renewal talks between PSG and Barcola are completely on standby, not progressing, not moving. PSG and Barcola are not advancing on a new deal right now. That is significant because when a player's renewal stalls at a club like PSG, with Liverpool and Arsenal circling, the summer gets very interesting very quickly. Keep your eyes on this one, it is absolutely one to watch. The valuation question remains. PSG will want big money, but the standstill on the contract gives this story real legs. Let me also clear up one thing that's been going around about Enzo Maresca and Manchester City. Yes, this is confirmed. Maresca is the new Manchester City manager. This has been done for a month. Since the day Pep Guardiola said goodbye, City moved immediately. The compensation with Chelsea agreed. The contract signed. 3 years. What I can tell you, and this is important context, Maresca is not just a figurehead. He is fully embedded in City's summer transfer planning right now. The strategy on incomings, the strategy on exits. He signed off on the new contracts for Guardiola and Doku. He is the real manager of Manchester City and has been for weeks. So when you see City linked with players this summer, those links have Maresca's fingerprints on them. Don't sleep on how active City are going to be. Then guys, Cody Gakpo, Tottenham's interest in Gakpo is real. I told you that a few weeks ago. There is genuine appreciation at Spurs for what Gakpo has done, and the World Cup has only made clubs sit up and take notice even more. But here's the thing. This deal 100% depends on Liverpool. And right now, Liverpool have not opened the door. Arne Slot and his staff are still evaluating the squad. Gakpo performed well at the World Cup. Liverpool are not rushing to sell. They are not in any negotiation over Gakpo's exit right now. What I can tell you is that Tottenham are watching and waiting. The moment Liverpool give any signal, and I mean any signal, Spurs will be ready to move fast. But until Liverpool blink, Gakpo stays at Anfield. This one is parked for now. And finally, Nico Schlotterbeck. And this is genuinely unfortunate news. The injury is confirmed. Schlotterbeck will not play any further part at the World Cup. That's a huge blow for Germany personally. But here's the transfer angle nobody is talking about enough. This injury could seriously damage his chances of securing a big summer move. There were reports linking him to Real Madrid and several top clubs. My sources were tracking the interest seriously. Now, those conversations are expected to go very quiet. Clubs don't pay big transfer fees for a player who is injured going into preseason. It complicates valuations, medicals, everything. Schlotterbeck has a release clause. That number was attractive. But the timing of this injury right at the end of a World Cup is about as bad as it gets for his market value. We stay watching, but the summer move that looked plausible a few weeks ago now looks much, much harder. On all of this, and trust me, there is a lot more coming. Stay right here on the channel. I am monitoring a situation that I expect to break wide open within the next 48 hours. I'm not ready to say the name yet, but when I can, you will hear it here first. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, because when the big stories drop, you want to be first. Subscribe if you haven't already, and trust me, what's coming next is even bigger. See you soon here, every single day. Ciao.